Gaten Matarazzo is no stranger to the supernatural chaos of the Upside Down, but apparently, nothing prepared him for the real-world chaos of living with Finn Wolfhard for nearly a year. As production on the fifth and final season of Stranger Things ramped up, the cast found themselves navigating a heavy, emotional chapter. But for Gaten and Finn, the experience also came with an unexpected twist, becoming roommates. And according to Gaten, the decision quickly turned their living space into the kind of disaster zone even Vecna might hesitate to enter. Appearing on Jesse Tyler Ferguson's Dinners on Me podcast on November 18th, Gaten opened up about what it was really like to live with his longtime co-star, an experience that was as messy as it was meaningful. A college dorm experience, with worldwide fame attached. With nearly a decade of friendship behind them, moving in together seemed like a natural next step. But the two stars quickly discovered that familiarity doesn't always equal household harmony. It was a little bit of a college experience, Gaten said, recalling the early months of their roommate adventure. I would look around 3 months after we lived together and be like, this place is disgusting. No chore charts, no boundaries, no rules. Just two 20-something actors deep in production on one of the most important seasons of their careers, trying to make adulthood work while surrounded by dirty dishes, half-finished meals, and a growing avalanche of clothes. What made the mess even funnier, Gaten said, was that neither of them cared enough to fix it, at least not right away. We match each other's energy a little bit, he explained. We got along so well and had been so close for so long that we didn't really hold each other to a standard. So we were like, fuck it, whatever, man, we'll get to it later. Later, of course, often turned into much, much later. A friendship strong enough to survive the chaos. Despite the clutter, Gaten made one thing clear. The living situation didn't strain their relationship the way it might for other roommates. In fact, he emphasized that the very closeness that caused the mess also made it bearable. Still, he acknowledged that moving in with a close friend is a risky choice, especially when that friend is also a coworker, collaborator, and someone you share a massive global fandom with. When you're moving in with one of your best friends, you never know if you're going to live together well, Gaten said honestly. That could ruin friendships. It ruins a dynamic. He noted that it's one thing to spend long hours together on set, surrounded by directors, scripts, and cameras, and another to share a home where quirks, habits, and differences have nowhere to hide. Even small things can snowball. And for the Stranger Things cast, their bond is a crucial part of the show's magic. If something had gone wrong between him and Finn, it could have cast a shadow over their final season together, a reality Gaten openly acknowledged. That's why he believes in the importance of maturity. If you're mature enough, you can be like, this isn't working for us, so for the sake of our friendship, we should end this, he said. But thankfully, that crossroads never came. Why it ultimately worked, and why Gaten has zero regrets. Despite the messiness and the sometimes laughable state of the apartment, Gaten said living with Finn ended up being one of the most unexpectedly grounding parts of filming the massive final season. But it was great, he said. We made it work. He explained that the shared living experience gave them both comfort during an intense, emotionally heavy production. They were in unfamiliar terrain, shooting the end of a series that had shaped their entire youth. But doing it together gave them a sense of stability. It wasn't just about surviving the dirty dishes. It was about having a roommate who understood, better than anyone else, the pressure of the show's final chapter. Many fans have watched Gaten and Finn grow from children to adults over the course of the series. Their real-life friendship has always been a fan favorite, and stories of their off-screen connection only deepen the affection the audience has for them. But this behind-the-scenes look at their year together adds a new layer, one that feels relatable, chaotic, and surprisingly heartwarming. The emotional weight of the final season. What makes Gaten's story especially poignant is the timing. Season 5 isn't just another chapter, it's the end of a cultural phenomenon. The cast filmed through the pressure of concluding a show that defined a generation and helped launch all of their careers. Living with Finn, Gaten said, gave them both a built-in support system during the roller coaster of the final season. When scenes were emotionally heavy, or when the reality of the show ending hit hard, they had each other to decompress with, even if they had to step over laundry piles to do it. And while the apartment may have looked like a Hawkins disaster zone, the friendship inside it stayed stronger than ever. A decade of friendship, one messy apartment, and a lifetime of memories. The story gives fans exactly what they love most about the Stranger Things cast: genuine friendship, chaotic humor, and the grounded humanity behind global stardom. Gaten and Finn's roommate saga isn't glamorous, and it isn't curated. It's funny, messy, real, and endearing. It reminds fans that behind the monsters, superpowers, and world-saving stakes, the cast is made of real people figuring out adulthood just like everyone else. And while the final season of Stranger Things may close the door on the fictional world of Hawkins, Gaten's story proves that the cast's off-screen bonds are nowhere near finished.